Hi, today we're going to be talking about radicals and we're going to be talking about rational exponents, which means power over root. And that's something really important to remember. When you see an exponent that is a fraction, the top number is the power and the bottom number, the denominator, is the root. One hint I want to tell you is you always want to do the root first if at all possible. So what that means is you want to keep your numbers small so that because small numbers are easier to work with. So let's look at this first one. If we have negative 16 to the 3/4, what we need to remember is that negative is separate. So this is like the 16 is to the 3/4 power. If this parenthesis was here, we wouldn't be able to do this because a fourth root is an even root and you can't take an even root of a negative number. So we would say no solution in this case. So because there's no parentheses, it actually implies that it's just the 16 that is being applied to and the negative is applied afterwards. So we're just going to write that negative out in front because it stays there. And we're going to take the fourth root of 16 first. So that would be 2. Because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So it would be 2 to the third with the negative sign outside. And so this one would be negative 8 as our final answer. So notice the parentheses in that one. And again, my hint is to do the root first. So let's move over here. This is a different example. What is different about this one? The thing that's different about this one is the negative exponent. One thing I want to emphasize over and over and over again, a negative exponent does not make the number negative. A negative exponent means reciprocal. So what I'm going to do right now is just write this. I almost think of this as like an arrow, meaning send this to the other spot. So I'm going to write this as 1 over 27 to the 2/3. Notice the 27 is not negative, it just goes to the denominator. So then, again, my hint was to do the root first. So the third root of 27, the cube root of 27 is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So this is going to equal 1 over 3 to the second power, which is 1 over 9. So remember, when you see a negative exponent, it sends it to the denominator. If the negative exponent was in the denominator, it would send it to the numerator, but it would not make the number negative. Our last example here is sort of showing you how you can put exponential form into radical form. So this is the power. So it's going to be the 5th power and the 9th root. And you can do this in either order, and that's sort of the emphasis here. So I'm going to do the power first. It's going to be 3x plus 2 to the 5th, and then I'm going to take the 9th root of that. Now, that's one way we can express this in radical form. The other way we can do this is the 9th root of 3x plus 2 and take that whole thing to the 5th power. So these can be done in any order. If you're actually simplifying numbers, you want to do the root first.